Okay, so moving on to our next part, task A2D. Over here, they say open the guest table. Okay, so let us come over here and our database and open the guest table. Okay, so over here we are in the guest table. And then the question paper goes on to say, Sam wants a list of the guests who were born in 1990. Okay, that's his criteria. Okay, he wants a list of guests who were born in 1990. The list must include the guests born in 1990. Show only the fields, that is email, first name, date of birth, and it should be sorted in ascending order of date of birth. Okay, so we are required to create a query on the guest table to find the information. Okay, so let's go into our database. Let's click on create and let's click on create query design. Okay, so remember the question paper told us use the guest table. Okay, over here on the guest table. Okay, so here we have the guest table. Let's double click on it. And here we are. Okay, so what are the fields that we have to display? Let's get that sorted out first. We need email, first name, date of birth. Email, first name, date of birth. Okay, email, first name, then date of birth. Yeah, email, first name, and then date of birth. Okay, so now we have only one criteria in this, which is they should be born in 1990. Okay, so what we can do is we need those who are born between 1st January 1990 all the way up to 31st December 1990, isn't it? That is a list of people who are born in 1990, isn't it? Okay, so let me just go into the guest table. Okay, in the guest table, these are the list of people. So we only want those, I mean, this is the list of guests. We only want the guests who are born in 1990. So if we are looking for people who are born in 1990, basically we are looking from 1st January 1990 all the way up to 31st December 1990, isn't it? So let me put that criteria over here. I'll say between, let's make this column a little bigger. 1st January, so 1/1/1990 and 31st December. Remember, guys, in Access, in database, the month comes first. Okay, in Access, the month comes first. So I'm going to put 12/31/1990. By the way, it depends on the laptop as well. Certain laptops, it goes as day month, but for my laptop, it goes as month day. As you can see, for example, if you look at this, can you see? It's month day year. Okay, so just check yours as well. Is yours month, day, year, or day, month, year? Just check your laptop and see what order is being followed. Okay, so I have put the criteria as well. The criteria has been put as well. And then it says one more, be sorted in ascending order of date of birth. Ascending order of date of birth. Okay, so I'm going to click over here and say ascending order. Okay, right. The next thing it says is save the query as 1990 underscore query. Okay, 1990. So I'm going to click on save and I'm going to save this as 1990 underscore query and say okay. So you can see it's over here on the left hand side. Then the question paper goes on to say, paste a copy of the query, take a screenshot of the query design, paste a copy of the query design into document task A2. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this and then paste it in document task A2, which is over here. Click, enter, paste. Okay, that's also done. Then the question paper goes on to say, resave task A2. Okay, resave it. Then do not print at this stage. Okay, Sam wants to produce a database report on the results from the 1990 query. He wants to produce a report. Okay, create a database report to display these results, to display the results. Okay, the database report. Okay, let us first create the database report and thereafter we'll come and fulfill these requirements. Okay, so let's go to 1990 query. Let's come to create and say we want a report. So the computer will create the entire report for you. Okay, just click on it. Sorry. We need to change the view. We need to run this actually. We did not run it. We did not execute it yet, right? So let's run it, execute it. Okay, that's done. Now you can create a report. Okay, so the report has been created. Remember, even for a report, you have multiple views. So report view is where you will show, the report view is where you see the final what do you call, the final output of your report. Okay, how is it going to look? Okay, then you have print preview, you have layout view. So if you want to make changes to your report, you can either go to layout view or design view. If it's advanced changes, you come into design view. If it is some simple changes like making the font bigger, changing the columns, those kind of things you can do in layout view. Okay, all right, let's go into layout view for now. Let's go into layout view for now. And the first change that we have to do is include the logo using the house style. So remember, in the house style, they told us the logo has to be in the top right. Okay, right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this change in design view. Okay, in design view, I'm going to do it. Why? I'll tell you shortly. Because in design view, what I can do is I can move the date and time a little bit to the left. Let's make this slightly smaller. Data. Now we have space for the logo. Okay, so now let's come into arrange, format, report design. Once again, like I told you, I will not be using logo. I will be using insert image. The reason I don't use logo is because when I would insert it through logo, the entire logo doesn't appear. Only a part of the logo appears. Okay, which is why I prefer to go through insert image. Okay, so first click in this area. First click on this area. Then come to insert image. So we already have the logo. Now the computer is asking you to draw it where you want it. So I want it somewhere here. Okay. There you go. It's not properly visible. Let me increase the length height over here and make this slightly bigger. Okay, that looks better. Okay. Right. So the logo has been inserted. The next thing is have a suitable title. So remember, this report is based on this query. So this query was what? It was about customers born in 1990, right? Not customers guess, isn't it? It's guess born in 1990. Okay, right. The next thing is show only the required fields. Yes, we did not add any other fields. Email, first name, date of birth only is there. Superb. Show the records sorted as required. Yes, we did the sorting as well. Sorting was done over here. Let's check how it looks now. Let's come into report view. Yes, it looks quite fine. So guys, if you want to ensure the sorting is still there, come and check the query. So Laya is first, Johan is second. Check, is it so here? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, the sorting we have to do. Sorting we have to do. Sorting we have to do. Okay. So what was the sorting? Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. Okay. So the sorting we have to do. Remember, guys, in the query, what was the sorting? In the query, the sorting was what? Ascending order of date of birth. Apparently, when we took it into a report, the sorting didn't take place. The sorting happened in the query. Okay, in the query, the sorting happened. Look. In the query, the sorting has happened. So we have February, then we have May, then we have October, then we have October, then we have December. So in the query, the sorting happened. Ascending order, it happened. However, in the report, the sorting has not happened. Okay, can you see? December, then October, then February, then December. It hasn't happened. So which means we'll have to manually do it in the report. Okay, so how do we do that? We come to advanced and we come to advanced filter and sort. We come to advanced filter and sort, and then we take the date of birth. We take the date of birth and we say sort this in ascending order. Okay, so guys, I hope I have not confused you all. Over here, they say show the records sorted as required. Okay, so they're talking about this sorting, the sorting that we did in the query. That same sorting should happen in the report as well. Okay, so that is what I'm doing right now. Okay, the sorting that was done in the query where we sorted the date of birth in ascending order, that sorting I'm now doing it in my report. Okay, so how do you do it in a report? Let me close it and do it again. In a report, how you do it is you can come into report view or whichever view you want, then come to the home tab, click on advanced and say you want advanced filter or sort. Okay, then take the date of birth, and say sort it in ascending order. Okay, then just right click and say apply the filter or sort. Okay, right click and say apply filter or sort. Now the filter has happened. Sorry, now the sorting has been done. Can you see, guys? You have 2, then you have 5, then you have 10. So this is February, May, October, December. Okay, so now the sorting has also been done in the report as well. Okay, right. The next thing to do is enter your name, candidate number, and center number in the page footer. Okay, in the page footer. So guys, how about we go into layout view or design view? Let's go into design view. So page footer area, can you see? This is the page footer area. Okay, can you see where my cursor is? The space is quite small. Let's increase the space of the page footer. Okay, so let's pull the report footer a little more down. So we have more space. Let's pull this a little more down. Yes, now we have more space to put a footer in there. Okay, so let's get a label. Okay, guys, can you see here we have a label? Let's take a label and draw it inside the page footer. And now let's insert our details. What are the details? Your name, your candidate number, and center number. Your name, your candidate number, and your center number. That has been inserted in the footer. Now let's just go and look how it is. Let's come to report view and see how it looks. And it looks quite fine. Okay, the footer is also there. Okay, logo is there, title is there. Perfect. Then it says, make sure all the data is displayed on one side of A4 and is easy to read. Okay, so it's all on one side of A4. It is easy to read. Okay, and then what it says is save the report as 1990 report. Okay, so we save it, Control S, and instead of query, I'm going to change this to report. Say okay. So my report has also been saved now. Okay, the next thing to be done is print 1990. I mean, you are required to print this report. Okay, so you can simply press Control P and you can go ahead and click on OK. Okay, right. We're done with this as well. The next question goes as, this is the relationship for the holiday database. Okay, for the holiday database, this is the data relationship. Okay, both the tables are connected. The booking table is connected to the guest table. Okay, let's see if we can get the same view. You can come to database, relationships. Okay, so you can see the bookings table is connected to the guest table. Okay, right. Identify the type of relationship that will be needed between the hotel table and the booking table. Hotel table and booking table, what type of a relationship do we have? We have a one-to-many relationship. Okay, the relationship between the hotel table and booking table is a one-to-many, which means one hotel can have many bookings assigned to it. One hotel, okay, can have many bookings assigned to it. Okay, that's what you call a one-to-many relationship. Okay, so shall we put that answer over here? Enter. Let me zoom in. And question number A, task A2. And this is the first one. We say one-to-many relationship. Okay, that's all they asked us, right? They didn't tell us to explain anything. No? Okay. Explain one reason why referential integrity should be enforced for relationships in a database. Very good question. Now, guys, you must be wondering what we are talking about. Look here. The relationship between the hotel table and the booking table, and the relationship between the guest table and the booking table. Let me double click and show you. When I double click, can you see they have ticked this box, which means enforce referential integrity. Okay. Right now, guys, what does that mean? Let me tell you. Right now, we have the guest table connected to the booking table. So one guest can make multiple bookings. Okay. Now, when you enforce referential integrity, what happens is the chances of invalid data being entered reduces a lot. Okay, let me repeat myself again. When referential integrity has been enforced between multiple tables, okay, when referential integrity has been enforced in a relationship between multiple tables, this reduces the chances of invalid data being entered. Let me give you an example. Okay, now in the booking table, when you are filling the booking table, they will ask you for the guest ID. Now, say, for example, you put a guest ID that does not exist in the guest table. Immediately, you will get an error message. Okay, that happens because referential integrity has been enabled. You get it? when you enable referential integrity and in the bookings table, you put a guest ID that does not exist in the guest ID table, immediately it'll give you a message saying this is invalid, this is wrong. I don't remember the exact wording, but it'll basically inform you saying something is wrong somewhere. So then you know, okay, you have made a mistake in the guest ID. Then say for example, in the guest ID, say for example, in the booking table, where are we? Okay, then say for example, referential integrity has been enabled. Say for example, a guest has made a booking and that booking has been recorded in the booking table. Now, if you try and delete that guest from this guest table, it will again warn you. It will warn you saying by deleting this, it's going to affect the booking table as well. Sometimes it will not even allow you to delete it until you remove the booking from the booking table. You get it? So by enabling, by enforcing referential integrity, you reduce the chances of invalid data or inaccurate data being, you can say you reduce the chances of invalid data being recorded in your database, the chances of invalid data being recorded in your database. Okay, shall we put the, I hope my explanation was clear. I'll just explain what I said earlier again as an example. Say, for example, when you're creating a booking, you enter a guest ID that's not there in the guest table. Immediately, it'll give you a warning saying this guest ID or this ID does not exist. So then immediately you know, okay, you have made a mistake and you will have it corrected. Then let's go the other way around. You try to delete a guest, for example. You try to delete a guest who already has a booking in the booking table. Now, since both of these are connected, it'll check. It'll check the guest that you're trying to delete. Does he have a booking or not? If he has a booking, it'll warn you. By you deleting this, it's going to affect the booking table. Are you sure? Okay, so then it gives you a warning. So it reduces the chances of invalid data taking place or inaccurate data being recorded. Okay, this is the benefit of enforcing referential integrity. Okay, right. Let's put down our answer. The benefit of enforcing referential integrity is that it reduces the chances of invalid data being entered or being recorded into the database. For example, if a user tries to delete, now guys, what are the tables that they are talking about? They're talking about between booking and guest, no? They're talking between booking and guest, no? Okay, so for example, if a user enters, a guest ID that does not exist in the guest table, if a user enters a guest ID in the booking table that does not exist in the guest table, immediately the database would display an error message. Okay. Okay, now since both these tables are connected and referential integrity has been enforced, so in the booking table, you try to put a guest ID which does not exist in the guest table, immediately database will put an error message saying something is wrong here, check it. Or this guest, or it'll say, for example, this ID is not valid, or this ID does not exist in the guest table. I do not know the exact wording, but it'll basically warn you, reduce the chances of you making that mistake. Okay, right. Moving on to the next question, guys. Next question. State the name of the table that would have its data entered last. So they are saying which table. We have three tables over here. We have the hotel table, the booking table, and the guest table. Which one of these tables would have the data entered last to it? Yes, it would definitely be the booking table, okay? Because first the hotels are recorded. Then the other table, we have the guests recorded. So when a guest books a hotel, then the booking table gets filled. So the last table to be filled will be the booking table, okay? So you can say booking table, okay? And the final question, explain one reason why this query would be used in a database search. Now, in a query or in a database search, you can use this term, okay? This term you can use. What does it mean? It means you are looking for a word, that has these exact characters in this particular order. You get it? You're looking for a word. Say, for example, if you put this in the hotel name field, you put this criteria or you put this search in the hotel name field. It means you are looking for hotels that have these letters in this exact order in their hotel name. You get it? Say, for example, you put this condition, you put this criteria in the customer name field. That means you are looking for customers who have a name with these letters in this order. Okay? So let's put that answer down over here. You can say it would be used. It would be used to find, for example, hotel names that have the letters HAUS in it, that would have the letters HAUS in them. Okay. So that's why you would put it. Okay. Like I told you guys, if example, you put it in the customer name field, it means you're looking for customers who have, you're looking for customer names that have the letter HAUS in this specific order. Okay, so it can be at the beginning, can be in the end, it can be in the middle, it doesn't matter. As long as it's in this specific order and it's in the name, it will pop up. Okay, it'll say such a customer is there or such a hotel name is there. Okay. Hope it makes sense. Okay, if it doesn't, let me know. I'll try to explain personally or privately to you. Okay, do check the description. Contact details are given. Okay. Okay, guys. So we have also come to the end of task A2. Okay. Right. When with that we have now completed database. Okay. With that we have completed database. I hope it's going well. I hope it's making sense. If not, please do get in touch and I'll try my best to sort it out for you. Next, we will be moving on to web authoring. Okay. So see you in the next video.